Okay, so this is the second, no, this is the third, the second last slide for this lesson. And so I'm just gonna just play what's in the PowerPoint. So here's the equation. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna complete the square for this. The reason why I'm completing the square is just because it's another way of doing it. So when I complete the square, you take the middle value, divide by 2, you square it. So negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Square it, you get 4. So plus 4, minus 4. And the minus 4 comes out because you times it by the 2. And then when you graph all this out, here's my graph. Okay? 2 times x minus 2 squared minus 5. So here's my parabola. There's negative 5. I'm going to graph this out. There's my parabola. Okay? You have your axis symmetry at x equals 2. Now the key thing is you got to find these two x-intercepts. Okay? So there's my absolute value of the graph. So if you want to find the x-intercept, okay, you got to make y equal 0. So 0 equals to 2 times x minus 2 squared minus 5. And feel free to use the quadratic formula. It's another way of doing it, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to continue with this equation here. Move the 5 over, divide by 2 is equal to x minus 2 squared. So this becomes 2.5, and you got to square root it, right? So it becomes 2.5 square root it equals to x minus 2. And after you square root it, you have a plus or minus there, okay? And the reason why you have a plus or minus is because you have two x-intercepts. So one's plus, one's minus. And when you move the 2 to the left, it becomes 2 plus or minus root of 2.5 is equal to your x values. So this one over here on the left is going to be 2 minus square root of 2.5. The one on the right is going to be 2 plus square root of 2.5. Okay? Domain and range, that's easy. Okay, I'm just going to ignore it. So now you write your piecewise. So y equals to left, middle, right. The left side is x is less than 2 minus square root of 2.5. Okay, that's the left side. The middle is going to be x is greater or equal to 2 minus square root of 2.5, and x is less than 2 plus square root of 2.5. Okay? Again, these values are from the x-intercept. And the right side is x is greater or equal to 2 plus square root of 2.5. Alright? Now what you can do now after this is you look what's inside the absolute value that you see over there. So I'm going to move this further to the left. Okay? So y could be 2x squared minus 8x plus 3, and you write this out 3 times for the 3 domains. And then you ask, hey, which side was flipped upside down again? And then, damn it, you know it was the middle again. So stick the middle sign in front of the middle equation, and you're pretty much set, and that's your piecewise function. Okay? Pretty easy. Now, last slide. This is it. This is the hard one, okay? This one was made for my class. Custom made one. Which of the following is the correct piecewise function for this absolute value function, okay? And you notice how this is different because you have a negative sign over there, alright? So again, pause this, try it on your own, and then press play when you're done. And here we go, okay? Now, to do this question here, first of all, you got to find your x-intercepts. You know that your equation is like y equals to negative x minus 1 times x minus 4. So your x-intercepts are going to be 1 and x equals to 4. So when you look at it, hey, when you write your piecewise, the left or the right, so left side is going to be x is less than 1. The right side is x is going to be bigger than 4. Okay, or equal to 4. Okay? So when you look at all the options here, you see how C, they're all greater or less than only, no equal to. So C is gone because of that. Okay? Look at, let's see, D, x is less than 1, greater than 4, that's okay. Less than 1, greater than 4. Now, if you look at A, let's see what's wrong with A. So the right side is where x is greater than 4. So A is wrong because you see how this part is less than 4? That's not the right side, so A is also done. It's gone. Okay? Now you look at the very last step is, okay, how do you write your piecewise for this? So when you look at this graph, okay, you see how you have x minus 1, so your y-intercepts are, x-intercepts are 1, the other one's at 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's your graph. And because it has a negative sign, your graph now opens down like that. Okay? And what you do next is, now with the absolute value, outside, you take the left and right and you flip them over so it looks like this. Boom, looks like that. Okay. There's my graph. Okay. Now I'm gonna write my piecewise. Okay. Let's get rid of all this junk. So y equals to, I'm gonna put down left and right. Here's the middle. Okay. I'm gonna write everything inside the middle. So negative x minus 1 times x minus 4. Negative x minus 1 times x minus 4. This is what's inside the original equation, okay? And the side that was flipped was the left and right. So put a big bracket around here, stick a negative sign, and then there's my piecewise function, okay? Now, when you have a negative and a negative, what happens to them is they cancel each other out. So that, therefore, this becomes a positive, like that. Okay, no more negative. And then when you look at all the answers that are given, they're all FOILed out, okay? So I'm going to FOIL this part, so you would get x squared minus 5x plus 4. And then over here, the bottom, this one here, you have a negative sign. And then I'm going to FOIL these two first. So you would get negative in front, and then bracket x squared minus 5x plus 4. So the only one that looks like this is B, and B will be your answer. Okay? We're now done.